Okay. Good morning. Hello, everyone. How are you? I have the lovely Rochelle with me today, who is going to share with you about the pregnancy and child loss mentorship program. She's going to give us a little bit of a rundown on her experience with that. So, welcome, Rochelle, and thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you.
So Rochelle is a mum who has her own experience and powerful message to share around loss. And I believe this space is super important to have more women being able to be a beacon of light for others, so they don't feel like they're alone. They know that there is that extra support out there for them. So thank you again, Rochelle, for being here. If you want to start by just telling us a little bit about, who you are and sort of how you came to do what you do today.
Okay, well, thank you for having me. My name's Rochelle Olsen. I'm a mum to two Earth Angels, Jock and Flynn, and I have had two early miscarriages, first trimester miscarriages, and I lost our firstborn son at 7 hours old in 2016. I am a pharmacist by trade, and I became very interested in the health side of losing a baby, and also the secondary losses that occurred afterwards, which included my identity and my career, all sorts of really huge things that I never thought would happen. So I did develop a wellbeing business and started seeing clients. However, I found I wasn't, I would guess, attracting the right clients, although I really helped them and we had a really great time, and it was lovely because I'm a helper and I love to help anyone and everyone, and I say yes. I really, really wanted to get back to that pregnancy and infant loss space. That was my area of expertise. I had lived it, so I wanted to help people basically bridge those gaps that I'd found over 4 years of trying to, in my own journey, trying to get better and trying to really grow and really learn how to be a mum to my living boys, how to be a mum to my angel boy. I found there was so many gaps in practice, and I used to experience that in pharmacy and in the health profession, and here I was in this new area of pregnancy and infant loss. And I also live quite rurally, so and COVID has helped, but it needed to be also something very flexible and very accessible, because I just didn't have that. So I reached out to you. You've somehow came across my path, and I reached out because what you were doing was just so amazing. And I'd written all of these ideas, and I had all of this program fodder, I guess you would call it. And I had no idea how to get that into a program that was perfect for a lost mum. And that's where I came across you.
Yeah.
And asked you for help, please.
Yeah. And yeah, like you reached out a couple of times, and I'm absolutely glad that you did, because like you said, there is a real need for extra support in this space. There is that gap within within the healthcare system, and women just don't know who to turn to. Like you sort of see your GP, or you see you're at the hospital, and then once you sort of leave them, you're on your own, and they don't give you that extra bit of support that you absolutely need. And yeah, like everything that you said, I'm just like, yes, absolutely.
And I guess a big thing that I've realized lately since launching my program is that I was really sick of walking away from treatments, therapists, psychologists, doctors, even different therapies, and not having a goal to work towards, or not having made any progress, just having had a sounding board, which you absolutely 100% need, but just no constructive progress afterwards. And so, you know, seeing a person for 3 years and not having any progress is just not effective. Like, that is not what people need. People need intensive, someone who's really, really there for them. And that is why your program is just so amazing for people who want to be mentors.
Absolutely. And like you said, just that real intensive, and it's real sort of more hands-on, and you get your clients get the resources to go home with, and they can continue their healing and their growth at home, as well as their time with you. Like you said, you know, when you do see, you know, that's why this is so different to counseling and therapy, or even like maybe like group sort of therapy sessions. Like, you kind of go through those sessions, have that sounding board, but then walk away with nothing. Like, you might feel lighter that you were able to, you know, say what was on your mind, but you don't have anything in the interim to help you when you do get triggered again, or you're having a down day. How do you get back out of there? And
you need those tools, and you need them to be given to you, because you are in no place mentally, with the fog that comes with grief, to create these tools yourself. And looking up Facebook groups, you know, yes, it's amazing, and it got me through a lot, but it was really, to me, it was always just validation that what I was feeling, oh cool, Sharna feels like that too, so it's okay. But then nothing.
Then
so
what?
then I just feel like it again next week.
Exactly.
So although there's all these areas available to us, they're not giving us what we really, really need, and that's the tools and the resources, like you said, and the person who's providing the program to actually have been through that, or to be a health professional, or to be in that space. Like, for me, the people I'm calling in are miscarriages, pregnancy loss, infant loss, neonatal loss, because I've been there, I've done it. Like, and you know, it still hurts, but the healer still has to keep getting healed. So I still go to all my people.
That's it. And it's always like, you can't, that you do what you need to do for your client. You allow them to grow through their process, to heal through their process, but also to know that they can continue to heal, and that it's just going to happen in layers. So if they feel like they've worked through something and get disheartened because it's come back, it's another opportunity to heal. Your little man. Did you want to
just pause?
All right, so we're back with your little man in
Someone has FOMO, so he's up here now.
Part of the action, but that's okay. Because that's the whole reason why you've created this business.
Exactly.
So you mentioned before, you know, about, you know, you had all of these ideas for your business, like that you wanted to help women with pregnancy loss. So just tell me a little bit about what sort of attracted you to the mentorship program.
Yeah, so I knew I definitely wanted to have a program for women, but I needed a mentorship because I did have money blocks, probably, I think we've talked about time management blocks, you know, my own mental health, my own physical health, things like that, that all need to be addressed, you know, in order for something like this to work. And I also had a fairly newborn at the time, so had so much spare time on my hands, but I really wanted to address all those things with someone who had been there and done that, and who was running a program for so long like you were.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what the beauty of it is that as you do the mentor program, you're actually assessing bits and pieces of yourself that need to be worked on. You know, so for a couple of weeks in the middle, I was kind of working on myself to be able to move forward with finishing this program. So that's what attracted me, and also creating a program that is really, you have to pause it again. Sorry, apologies for noisy little man here. I wanted to create a program that was high value for the client, but also that was suitable to me and that was going to earn me income that was worth doing all this work for. So I had to find the right program, and I had been looking for at least 12 months since I started my, so October last year, a little bit before that, I kind of launched my business. So I've been trying to find this for over a year. So there's really nothing out there like it, to be honest, Sharna. You're doing an amazing job.
And yeah, like you said, it's, I mean, I created it from my experience. I created the tools and the resources from what I needed. So it is super specific to women going through loss. And like you said, the mentorship program isn't just like a generic sort of program that's out there. Like, you get the tailored support from myself to help you get through those blocks, because starting up a business from scratch, you don't just, you know, read something in a book and you're like, cool, yep, done it, I can start a business.
Exactly.
You need that support, you need that something extra from someone to really help you through the process, help you through the startup of your business, help you through the growth for yourself, the resources and the tools to then be able to implement them for your clients. But you know firsthand what it's like for yourself.
That's it. And the experience that you gain by having you provide the mentorship gives you an idea of where you're at and how to be with your client, you know, over the next 6 months. Oh, sorry, months, 6 weeks, or whatever you're going to do. So it's been such a good experience for personal growth, but also that business growth, and just having direction and having the framework. That's the biggest thing, and then that gives me motivation. So which I had none of, because I just couldn't get it together. I just didn't know how to get it all together to come together, which it has now. So it's amazing.
And like you said before as well, it also gives you, you know, a structure that you can work around your lifestyle, and you know, allows you to, you know, put a price on it that is going to attract in the right women, and also help support you and your family.
And which before this was a real struggle for me. Like, was a real block. But I've actually really leaned into it and realized how supportive my work can be of us now, because I'm doing what I love, and I've put so much work into it over the past 4 years, that putting it all together now and offering it to other people is really, it's a huge experience for me.
So to finally be able to, you know, create those offers for you, like, how is that? How does that feel?
Oh, it's amazing. It's very freeing, and it also helps me with blocks I had about releasing my old career and things like that, to know that I can be safe in this space myself as well as my clients. That's been huge. So So I'm launching in 2021, so it's not far away.
No, just around the corner now. You've only got a couple of weeks, and
Yeah,
it's all going to be happening. Yeah.
Yep.
So I know you sort of touched on how much you feel like you've grown through the process, like you've even in areas that you probably never thought that you needed to grow before. But creating a business is so much more than just, like I said, just reading something and then creating it. There's so much of your personal growth that needs to go in behind that, the business as well. So how do you feel that has all sort of like how do you feel you've grown through this?
So I guess, like I said, I had started the business over a year ago, and I surrounded myself with regional business women, and I like all the right people for business. And the missing link was I needed someone who had successful business, knew what they were doing, and it was pregnancy and infant loss. And that's I felt I had grown a lot in trying to rebrand and things like that, but I just, because I hadn't found the right place and the right person and the right course, and specific to what I want the rest of my career to be, I hadn't grown enough to be able to grow into this space of pregnancy and infant loss, because the people I was surrounding myself with weren't, they hadn't experienced it, and they were running all sorts of businesses. It wasn't this business. So although they were supportive of it, you still need someone who is experienced, who has been through it, and then to have you mentoring us to become mentors, I think that is the key to it all, because I couldn't have got here without having someone experienced in it, who's actually a business person as well. So
and that's
that makes sense.
Absolutely. But I just like definitely, like you said, you did a lot of sort of personal growth in the background prior to this, but just stepping up that next level and stepping into
accelerating
all of it into that space that you knew you wanted to be in, just made you sort of have that next level of growth for yourself,
and to give me motivation in all areas, like knowing that I'm doing something I love now. I was able to just become more involved in his, knowing that I could do this next year. I could then focus on my two other boys and coming into Christmas, and decluttering and organising my home and my office and things like that I'm enjoying now, because I've got something so great to look forward to.
You've got his
so
little
he agrees.
To say.
He agrees. So so it's not just that personal growth, there's a lot of emotional growth and a lot of purging, and all sorts of things have been happening since we did our mentorship program.
And like I said before, like even this is giving you another opportunity to grow and to heal through your experience as well.
Absolutely.
So I mean, it's an amazing, sometimes it might feel like it's super hard, but it's an amazing thing to be able to move through and sort of come out on the other side. So you've mentioned a few times about your program and that you'll be launching it in January. Well, you've already started putting your offers out now for your to take the spots in January. So after, you just want to tell me a little bit about how you've moved through the mentorship program and what you have created now on the other side of it.
So the program that I've always dreamed about is the Phoenix program. So rising from your ashes of grief, it does burn your whole world down, and it's something that mums have got to rise from. And I've basically taken your framework and I'm putting it over a period of 6 weeks. So it'll be something where we work on each fortnight a different area, a different pillar of the program. But I'll also be incorporating a lot of the stuff that I've used myself. So, and recommending, and if, recommending other professionals or what have you, if need be. But it's pretty exciting to be able to finally be in this place where I can give resources and hopefully be a one-stop, as I've said, leave no stone unturned and be a one-stop shop for this mum who just wants to move forward, find some light. My biggest thing has always been finding grace in your life, which to a lot of people may have a religious sort of connotation, but to me it's being fully present in your life as a way of honouring your baby or babies, and that's enough. That to be able to be fully present in this life is a way of honouring them, and that it doesn't need to be any more than that. But if it is, I'm all there for that too.
Yeah.
And helping people do that as well. So 6-week intensive Phoenix program is what we've come up with.
Yeah, and it's amazing. And like we said before, it's so different. You could be seeing a counselor or a psychologist for 3, 5, 10 years and not get these results.
Yeah.
That you will get in a 6-week program with you. They'll be able to experience that transformation pretty much from the very beginning of the program. And they will leave you with resources and tools to help continue their healing journey as well. And I love that you said for them to be fully present, like in their life, in honor of their babies. Like that, that's huge. That's something that I think we both have been able to get up to that place where we can go, yes, okay, we can be happy. That has happened. It's part of our story now, but we can acknowledge it as being in that chapter and be able to move through that, come to that place of sort of acceptance within that and be present, like be fully present in your life.
Be fully present, and after acceptance, being able to find purpose and meaning, from all of that you've experienced, and not just that loss, but as I said, the secondary losses and the things that have occurred around it are huge motivators for purpose and meaning in my life. Not being able to find the right help earlier, that sort of thing. That's the sort of thing that people can provide, and I'm excited that it's a framework that I can still fit all of my stuff into. That I'd already come up with, and I've also got a option if they are local, rural people, that I would see them face to face, and provide other therapies as well. So it's really pretty exciting.
Absolutely. I am really excited that it is something that we've been able to finally create for you. Create a purpose-driven, mission, based business for yourself. That you can work around your lifestyle, your children, and really just and like you said, you're being present. You can be present in their life as well as really helping women be present in theirs.
Yes, I used to hide away from pregnancy, like when I was pregnant, or with my other little guy who's now 3. I used to hide away from all that and try and only see people and not let them know that because I was worried I was going to offend all the time. But I'm like, this is reality. Like, when you can accept what's happened and you're able to move forward, and you have a rainbow baby and you have a pot of gold, and I still experienced another miscarriage after that. Like there's the fact that you're moving from trauma to that resilience. I need to show people that I have a little baby on my arm.
Yeah.
Like I need to show them that there's hope and that it can happen. And if it's not going to happen, that's okay too. We can work with that. Like it's just, everyone is so unique and so different. You don't need to tell them.
And yeah, like you said, it's
I was hiding stuff from people to make it seem more I know, I guess I was just trying to protect everyone else.
Yeah.
From feeling yeah. And I was like, do you know what? This is my life and my story now. So the kid's got to be on the shoulder while I talk.
Yeah, exactly. And this is you, and this is this is your story, and this is what you will be able to share through your program, that you can understand women that have gone through loss and losses, like multiple losses, and
that you can do your mentorship program with a 6-week-old on the what was he, 8-week-old on my shoulder.
Exactly. And he's been part of everything that we've done within the whole program, so he hasn't missed out on anything either.
No.
But yeah, and to know that, you know, every woman's journey is different, and for them to be able to understand that too, like they don't have to be comparing themselves to anyone else. They have that safe space just to be themselves, to be vulnerable, to take off the mask and say what it is they need to say. Amazing. So did you have any advice for anyone that might be looking into the program that you would like to share, or don't have to?
I think we've probably covered everything except that you know, when we initially talked about it together, my insides were like a resounding hell yes.
Yeah.
And if you've got that feeling, find a way to do it, because everything I wanted to do with pregnancy and infant loss advocation and awareness and helping has come together now. You know, it was very disjointed, bits and pieces were happening, but it's now very fluid and very I'm very comfortable with it and excited about it. So if it's a resounding hell yes, then do it. That's my advice.
Absolutely.
You can doubt yourself later, but I have no doubts I've done the right thing now. So it's great.
And there's always going to be an element of risk, because or a fear of the unknown, because you just don't know what it's going to all be like. But
I think there's fear that things will go right for once too. Like with lost mums, you're like, will this work? But it definitely, all aspects of it gave me such insights into myself that it's made the program perfect for me, my program perfect for me. Like you said, tailored exactly how I need. So,
and that's the whole point of doing it as like a one-on-one mentorship program rather than like a group program or something like that, is because we can tailor it to you and what feels right to you, what you know that you then can help other women in doing. And like you said, you had all of these other ideas as well, so being able to integrate them into the structure, you know, and it just to fit perfectly is great. But if you don't have any ideas, it's fine, because the structure is
it's all there.
It's all there anyway, with all the tools and the resources to get started straight away. Awesome. So I just wanted to just sort of put it out there to other women, like if it was something that they were after, interested in creating, if you've been like Rochelle and, you know, just been sort of wanting to really make that impact in women's lives after loss, to use your growth, your experience, your magic, your lessons that you've learned to build a soulful, purpose-driven business around your lifestyle so that you can create literally something that works in harmony with your life and business. And you just really want to be that beacon of light for another woman in life after loss. I want you to reach out to me, DM me, and quote mentorship, and let me know how let me know how everything has been going for you and where we can start to co-create something amazing. But Rochelle, I just wanted to thank you again so much for being with us today. And
No
your
problem.
little man just wanted to be part of the action as well. Completely fine. And if anyone wants to, find Rochelle as well, you just want to provide your Instagram handle?
Yeah, all Rochelle Olsen Wellbeing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if anyone resonates anyone resonates with Rochelle, they can find her over there as well. But thank you again, Rochelle, and I'll let you go so you can tend to your
He's chewing on the desk at the moment, so I think he might be hungry.
Might be a little bit hungry.
Yeah.
All right. All right, no worries. Well, yes, thank you again so much, and we'll speak soon.
Thank you.